Hi, I'm Laurie Dobson, and this is Island Update. Today is Tuesday, May 19th, 2020, and I'm on the island of Great Cranberry, Maine. And today, I'm wearing a hat. You can see it's made of wool. Judas McDougall of Cheticamp, Cape Breton, Nova Scotia, made it, and I bought it when we were up there last August, and I'm dearly hoping that we have open borders this year because I really loved going up to that area. My grandmother came from Cape North and Cape Breton all the way up there at Bay St. Lawrence, all the way up to Tip Top, and we found the house, found the whole area there. I think I've talked about it before, but anyway, it was just an amazing discovery of things that were from the past that were still there. The house is still there, the place still there, just like this island is still there for people who haven't been able to get back yet, and I'm feeling for them. So this year, just like every other year that I've done this, every single year since I've been a young adult, I've been able to do the gardening thing that I love so much, and became my business. 1991, I started Goodrich Gardens, my last name being Goodrich, my maiden name. And then it became Dobson Land Design, Dobson Design, and my name's Laurie Dobson, so that made sense, and it's just my name, but I got certified in landscape design and horticulture at the New York Botanical Garden, which was a thorough course in those things. And also many years of doing projects, commercial and residential, and then opening a landscape architecture business with my late husband. And I did so much down in Fairfield County in the Greenwich, Connecticut area, and then other places in all over New England. So it's been an amazing and very rewarding career. Very lucrative too for a while there, and I've just learned so much. Went over to Europe many times doing garden, just studying all the great gardens, and that was really wonderful. Learning how they were organized, and the sort of this design sensibility of all of them. And I got involved in land planning and worked with towns to help do that, and then started an environmental organization, and then I ran for office. I mean, the whole thing kind of started just from being outside and wanting to plant pansies, and just developed, this into this real love for gardening that I've had all my life. And I'm really lucky that I have had so much of that and been able to share it significantly with others. And in these days, Bob and I we just have a love for being able to develop gardens and do the plantings. And he's been incredible. He knows I love it, and he's been there helping me develop our gardens and doing so much. We had a house restoration business in Kennebunkport area. That's how we met. Anyway, so here are my tools of the trade, my gloves, my dogs attending. There they are, waiting, but they're very helpful in the garden, looking for things. Not always that helpful, but always ready to dig. Here are my Felcos, essential tools, and many other tools around the corner, but some of them here and there in the yard right now. So this is some hollyhocks, and other seeds are already in. Nasturtiums have been put in. Those are great. I recommend them. Osmocote, and then just good soil. Putting it in the wheelbarrow, digging the holes, mixing it in, getting them in, and watering them, which we did yesterday. So except for 4 planters, it's almost all in, and I'm feeling enormously relieved for that to have happened. A couple of guys walked by that looked like they had backpacks, and I thought, wow, day trippers. And I thought, are day trippers allowed to be coming along here? It seems kind of, whoops, sunshine that way. Let me go this way. And I just didn't know that they were able to be coming out and walking around like that, allowed to. It just seems so obnoxious, doesn't it? We have all these rules for basic human basic human activities now have to be allowed by somebody else. Anyway, but it made me concerned because I didn't know what the changes implied. You know, what's going on now, what's going to happen later. I don't know. Everything is incredibly mixed, and it just feels like a time warp. I mean, everybody's talking about how they feel about this. You know, if I put my hand in my nose and scratch my nose, if I take my hat off, I mean, if I do anything, you know, it's like it's subject to, you know, examination by others who want to do the right thing, but maybe we all just make too many assumptions. So I looked at those guys walking by and I thought, whoa. And then they seemed to pause in front of the house and the dogs were barking at them. And I just said, can I help you? And it turns out they were assessors. So they were looking at the back shed that I've talked about in previous videos. It's really in bad shape. And they thought, you know, maybe that should be taken off the tax rolls. And I said, yes, it's not long for the world. It's probably going to either fall down or we're going to have to take it down. It's got a huge shrub, Ilex verticillata, winter holly on top of, just growing all across the top of it, holes in it and everything. So, but I'm attached to it, so I'm keeping it around long after maybe it ought to be there. But who cares? You know, if it falls down, it falls down. It's a relic. It has a right to hang in there as long as it can. It's pretty darn cute, I think. It's got shingles, windows. It used to be a clubhouse after it was originally I think it was built as a chicken coop of some sort. And it's been a good place for us to put some wood, you know, while it was for a couple of years there. It has seen better days, as have we all. So anyway, so these guys that walked by, it was interesting that I took an instant bead on them and made an assumption that, okay, they were perhaps doing something maybe they shouldn't have been. And in my opinion, you know, I get to think about that and have a certain control power. And I think that's wrong, even though we're all doing it because we're trying to make, you know, this joint idea about how we're all working together to make things safe. But that can be a power that can be easily misapplied. You know, once we start deciding out of ad hoc ideas about that, we're heading down a slippery slope. So it's just something I keep mindful about going forward and try to, because other people have done it with me. And, you know, ideas about that I didn't care enough about masks, or I'm caring too much about people coming in, you know, this, that, and the other thing. And anytime you put yourself out there and express your values or your fears, they have an effect. So, hello, Bob.
Hello, Laurie. This island update.
Yes, we're doing an island update, and you just got home. One of the nice things about what's going on with the store not being a place we should be inhabiting a lot is that Bob comes home for lunch, and it's pretty awesome. So I'm gonna say goodbye and just have a wonderful day. It's here. Take a look at the garden. You can't tell. You cannot tell, but it's got the statue over there of the girl. We know it's spring when she comes out. We put her out in the garden. She's a copper statue, enjoying herself, reading a book. She's my 10-year-old daughter, forever cast in copper. She's 20. She's in her late 20s now, but that's my daughter out there being remembered. Hope you all have ways to remember things that matter to you, and have a wonderful day. Bye.